What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? What's going on? What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the Chill here. That's my artist name. I'm a recording artist. One name, three personalities. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. Old Dog is kind of like a thug. He's a little bit gangster. Sexually explicit, but he's a clown. Likes to have fun. He's a nerd. He's a dork. Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. That's why Anti-Imperial is in the middle. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, international political science, micro and macroeconomics, geographical studies, world history, philosophy, psychology, physiology, sociology, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the last term of the name is the Chill. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. And that is who I am, Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. This is Diversity Outspoken. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, meaning that we speak about anything and everything, and we are outspoken about those topics. Every day I do a daily historical post. Historical post. Every day I do a daily historical post, you guys. So if you guys get bored or just want to see what happened on that particular day, JB, that's fine. I see you. What's going on? It's all good. On that particular day, going back decades, going back centuries, or going back thousands of years, you guys can check out my daily historical posts. I post those Miami Day. How you doing, sister? It's all good. It's all good. Superstar 617. What's going on, sister? So I post this on TikTok and Instagram every single day. So if you guys just want to see me get bored or just want to see what happened on that particular day, going back centuries, going back decades, going back thousands of years, you guys can check out my daily historical posts. I post this on Instagram and TikTok. It's better on Instagram only because Instagram gives me the space to be able to be as detailed as possible with those historical facts. But I still post those on TikTok nevertheless. In order to get in touch with me on Instagram and TikTok, you guys can holler at me on Instagram and TikTok at anti_imperial. It's kind of like this t-shirt you see right here. This is a YouTube shirt. The only difference between YouTube and Instagram and TikTok is the underscore. You guys know an underscore. A little line that goes down here at the bottom called an underscore, right? A little line that goes down here at the bottom. So Instagram and TikTok, it will be at anti_imperial. Down here, _imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, as you see right here, it's just Anti-Imperial with a space in between. So on Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. On YouTube, there's a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. YouTube, there's the space in between. And that's how that goes, you guys. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, this will be uploaded onto YouTube. So if you are watching this on YouTube, my Instagram and TikTok links will be in the description below. So if you guys are seeing this on YouTube, in the description below are my Instagram and my TikTok links. If you have me on Instagram, the easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to my Instagram bio page. You guys know we all get an Instagram or IG bio page. And on that Instagram or IG bio page, you get that one line for a link. And that one line for a link will always be my latest video. So if you guys have me on Instagram, go to my Instagram or IG bio page. Click that line that we have there for a link. My latest video will come up. It will be a YouTube video. And once that video comes up, all you have to do is go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At that particular time, you would be subscribed. And I'd appreciate that, you guys. That being said, let's get right into it. So we are going to be talking about vitamin D. Get your minds out of the gutter. That's not the D that I'm referring to. I'm actually referring to the serious vitamin D, like the actual vitamin D, you guys. We're going to talk about health and vitamin D. This is going to be a very important Diversity Outspoken episode. So hopefully you guys get a chance to see this if you're not able to be here right now. So right now, at this particular moment. So vitamin D, you guys. So for all you guys who don't know, vitamin D is a vitamin, but it's also a hormone, which is very important. It also leads and it acts as a hormone, which is extremely important, you guys. So vitamin D, it regulates the amount of calcium and phosphate you have in your body. Okay, so we all know calcium. We've heard about calcium for many, many years. We know calcium helps out with your bones and things like that. And a lot of people drink milk because of their calcium to get calcium and things like that. So it's all good. Pretty boy Rock, I see you. It's all good. It's all good. Good to see you. So helps out with your calcium, helps out with your phosphate, you guys. But like I said, vitamin D is not only a vitamin, but it's also a hormone. It's also a hormone. That is extremely important, you guys. What's going on, Simo? Simo, how you doing? Rash Maui, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. That's very important, you guys, because being that vitamin D also performs as a hormone, that is something that controls us in a major way. And as I start to get more into this, you will start to see more how this affects us in so many ways that we have no idea in this very day, this very moment, in this time frame that is going on or that we're existing in this day and time. You guys, when somebody is transitioning, I just want to explain real quick how important a hormone is, right? So like, for example, testosterone, which exists in many men, testosterone is a hormone. Exists in pretty much all men, right? I've always made that joke that whereas I think there was one time Miami Bay, she was like, do you consider yourself an alpha man? I was like, no, I don't. I was like, I don't at all. I don't act like that. But I've always made the joke where I think I was born without some testosterone in my body, you know what I mean? Because I'm able to see things much more of in a logical way, to where most men who are quote unquote alpha men don't really do that. More alpha men, they more think of themselves as higher than everybody else. I don't think of myself as higher than anybody. I think of myself as equal to everybody, and I hold everybody to the utmost respect equally. Therefore, I don't see myself as a leader or above anybody else, and therefore I'm not an alpha man. It's all good. I believe in equality through and through. So, but a hormone, you guys, a hormone that is like testosterone in men, that's a hormone. Estrogen in women, that's a hormone. Okay, and that's very important to know that vitamin D is not only a vitamin but acts as a hormone, because hormones control the makeup of essentially who we are. So for example, right, when women go through menopause, their body is going through a lot of changes. When women get to that age where they're going through menopause, their bodies are going through so many changes because their estrogen level is changing. Estrogen is a hormone. So think about that. Think about how important hormones are to your body. For example, another example is this. So let's say if a man wants to transition from being a man to a woman, or a man to a transsexual, or something like that. What they do is they start to decline the amount of testosterone in your body, and they start to inject you with estrogen hormone. So just a hormone can change a man from a man to a woman, or a woman to a man. That's how important and how powerful hormones are, you guys, on your body. Hormones are very powerful and very important to you. So vitamin D not only acts as a vitamin, but it also performs in your body as a hormone. So now that gives you a little sense of how important today's Diversity Outspoken is, because we're talking about vitamin D. Vitamin D, you guys, the number one way to get vitamin D is the sun. The sunshine. That is the number one, the best way for you to get vitamin D is the sun, the sunshine. Okay? Number one way. You can also get vitamin D in smaller doses. The sun's the best way. You can also get vitamin D in smaller doses in foods like tuna and salmon, right? Tuna and salmon. You can also get it in orange juice, soy. You can get it in soy. You can get it in milk. You can get it. These are smaller doses. Beef liver, yeah, liver is nasty. I remember one time. I don't know if anybody out there likes liver. I apologize. I apologize for that face. But I remember, man, when I was young, tasting liver, I was like, who would eat this? It tasted like the worst possible steak that you could eat. That's what liver tasted like. Liver tasted like the worst possible piece of steak that you could eat. It was just disgusting. But anyway, you can get vitamin D from beef liver Small doses, of course. You can get vitamin D from cheese and egg yolks. But the number one way to get vitamin D, you guys, is from the sun, okay? It's from sunshine. That is the number one way to get vitamin D in your body, okay? Now, because of course science, you can also get vitamin D through supplements, right? Like vitamin D, like the like a pill or a capsule or, you know, things like that or whatever, you know, which is how, you know, I take vitamin D, right? Which is a good way of doing it, okay? But you guys know I'm a walker. I love to be out in the sun and things like that, so I also get it from the sun. And there you go. You know, I love to walk. I'm a hippie, you guys. You guys know I'm a hippie. So I'm a nerd, a dork, OCD, ADHD, and I'm a hippie. So it's all good. But definitely, you guys, vitamin D, the number one way to get it is from the sun, you guys. Vitamin D supports cell growth in your body. Helps out your bones. Okay, remember I told you guys it helps out with calcium. Helps out your bones. Helps out your immune system. We're going to get more into that. Helps out your immune system, you guys. Helps out your immune system. Very, very important, okay? Very, very important. Helps out your immune system. So, you guys know I'm over here in Asia, right? So what's been going on over here in Asia is that with the whole COVID-19, with the whole coronavirus and things like that, once it broke out, scientists over here in Asia started doing experiments. And they started to kind of come to the end of these experiments, you guys, that they've been doing last week. Okay? So the results have started to come out, right, as of like a week ago. And what they're starting to find is that people who had very good vitamin D levels, it's very important, people that had very good vitamin D levels, they were not suffering from COVID-19, coronavirus, severely. Repeat that. They have found out over here in Asia, people that have had very good vitamin D levels are not suffering or did not suffer from coronavirus COVID-19 symptoms. They also found out people that had very good vitamin D levels their chance of survival from COVID-19 went up 8 to 20 times more than people that had bad vitamin D levels. So if your vitamin D levels were good and you got coronavirus, COVID-19, your chances of survival with good vitamin D, high vitamin D levels, your chances of survival went up anywhere between 8 to 20 times better of a chance for survival than people that had low vitamin D or bad vitamin D levels. Well, you say, why 8 to 20 times? Well, this is how I broke down. People that had good vitamin D levels, if they started to get serious COVID-19, serious coronavirus symptoms, like serious symptoms, they were 8 times less likely to have those symptoms stay with them. So if their vitamin D levels were good, if you started to get serious coronavirus symptoms, you had 8 times as better of a chance to get rid of those serious symptoms than somebody who did not have good vitamin D levels. And so I said 8 times to 20 times, right? Where's the 20 times coming in? People that ended up with critical death COVID-19 symptoms to where they were in critical condition, those who had good vitamin D levels were 20 times more likely to get rid of that and live from COVID-19. They have found out that if your vitamin D levels are good, you have 20 times better chance of living if you get COVID-19. 20 times. Dougie Fresh, I see you. What's going on, my brother? 20 times. This is huge. If your vitamin D levels are good, you have an 8 to 20 times better of a chance of survival than those whose vitamin D levels are bad. As a matter of fact, check this out. If your vitamin D levels are good, those who had good vitamin D levels they survived the COVID-19 98.5% of the time. So if your vitamin D levels are good, if you had good vitamin D levels and you got the COVID-19 coronavirus and your vitamin D levels are good, only 1.5% of you died. 1% basically. If your vitamin D levels are good and you receive COVID-19, they realized through this study, your vitamin D levels are good and you got COVID-19, less than 2% of you will die. All right. I know, I understand. Anti-Imperial, you're so boring. We love when you get on here and talk nonsense. Why do you bring us this important information, Anti-Imperial? We don't want this important information. We want to laugh and be entertained by nonsense. What's up with all this important stuff? Through this study, they have also realized that countries who have the most coronavirus COVID-19 deaths are the countries with the worst vitamin D levels. Who had the most coronavirus cases and deaths? Oh, the United States. You guys over there in the U.S. Most coronavirus cases and deaths. Let's check out the U.S.'s vitamin D levels. Oh! The U.S. has one of the lowest vitamin D levels in the world. Wow. What a coinky dink. USA has only 25% of its population. Only 25% of its population that has sufficient vitamin D levels. Only 25%. The vast majority of individuals in the United States have poor vitamin D levels. Only 25% have sufficient vitamin D levels in the U.S. Guess what vitamin D also helps to prevent? Cancer, heart disease, diabetes. Guess what the U.S. is number one in? Cancer, number one in the world. Heart disease, number one in the world. Diabetes, number one in the world. Lowest vitamin D levels, most corona cases, most corona deaths, most highest in the world for heart disease, highest in the world for cancer, highest in the world for diabetes. The U.S. is also the most obese country in the world. What does that have to do with vitamin D? Well, I told you guys the best way to get your vitamin D is from the sun. The U.S. is the most obese country in the world because everybody's lazy and doesn't move around. Sit inside all day, eat fast food, play video games, watch TV. Nobody wants to exercise, go outside. So nobody's getting vitamin D. Leads to obesity because you're not going outside. Everybody's lazy over there. Leads to obesity. Obesity contributes to heart disease and diabetes. Nobody has vitamin D because nobody goes outside. Leads to obesity, contributes to heart disease and diabetes. And heart disease and diabetes is what fights it is vitamin D, which you're not getting because nobody's going outside and exercising. Stop educating us, anti-imperial. Stop educating us. Start talking about nonsense and making us laugh. These diversity outspoken episodes are boring. These are boring. We don't want to hear this. All these facts and knowledge. In the U.S. right now, today is Sunday, May 17th. Just letting that be known, just in case people come out with my information later. Y'all know where y'all heard it first. It's Sunday, May 17th, 2020. The study came out about a week ago. Cortez 5070, I see you. What's crazy, and this is interesting, right? And I'm all for the stay-at-home orders and things like that. I mean, there's so much to that with the U.S. But check out how weird things happen, right? This is not the U.S.'s fault or anything like that or anybody's fault, but just check out how weird these things happen, right? So you connect the dots. The U.S. is the worst country in vitamin D. Has the most coronavirus, COVID-19 deaths. The best way to get vitamin D is to go outside in the sun. And the U.S. has a stay inside order. Right? When you guys were going through stay inside orders. What's going on, Real Housewives? Beautiful Cortland Ryan, how you doing? You guys were quarantined over there in the U.S. for a while. Isn't that crazy how that works, though? Like I said, that's not the U.S.'s government's fault or anything like that. They should have had a stay inside order. They should have quarantined. But isn't that crazy and ironic how things work? That you guys had to stay inside order. Right? Stay at home, stay inside order. Sunshine is the best way to give you guys vitamin D. But with your stay inside order, you're not getting sunlight, and you have the most coronavirus COVID-19 deaths, which those who had high vitamin D had the least amount of deaths. It's weird, right? So it's like you guys were made to stay inside, and of course you guys would have more deaths. Isn't that weird? It's kind of ironic. So let it be known. Don't come around here talking about, oh, see? It was the government because they made us stay inside. We had all the coronavirus deaths. I'm not siding with the crazy protesters over there in the U.S. or the people that run through licking things and things like that. The people that make funny videos. The people that go around coughing on things. Yeah, because you can say, well, you know what? We were able to be outside. Then maybe we wouldn't have as many coronavirus, COVID-19 deaths because we would have been outside and we could have had more sunlight. Really? Really? If that was the case, think about this. It's not that you guys had so many coronavirus COVID-19 deaths because you guys weren't allowed to go outside, even though sunshine is the best way to get vitamin D. It's not because of that, because if that was the case, then you guys wouldn't have been the country the country that leads the world with vitamin D deficiency. If you guys would have been the ones to where, if we were able to go outside, we would have went outside and got more vitamin D. If that was the truth, you guys would have never been the most obese country in the world to begin with. If you guys really were the type of people to go outside and walk around in the sun and exercise, you guys wouldn't lead the world in obesity and diabetes and heart disease. So y'all weren't going to go outside and do nothing anyway, so don't even start. Real Housewives says people are getting comfortable not wearing masks. Yeah, I feel you. For everybody protesting in the U.S., just get real quick and then I'm going to end this pretty soon. For everybody protesting in the U.S., if you guys would have, if your government, if President Trump and the government, all you guys would have just did the stay-at-home order from the very beginning and took it seriously, you guys would have been quarantined for like 1 month, and everything would have been back to normal after 1 month. That's how it was over here in Asia. Everybody went in full lockdown for about 3 weeks to 4 weeks. After that, we went back to normal. Y'all wouldn't have to worry about being out of work and I can't pay this and I can't pay this and I can't pay this. The reason why y'all are like that is because y'all didn't take it seriously and do a full lockdown from the beginning. If y'all would have went into full suffering, just suffered for 4 weeks suffering, y'all would have ended up on the other side of those 3-4 weeks with everything 100% back to normal. No problems whatsoever. That's how we did it over here with us. But y'all wanted to half do it and half not do it. And that's why it's lasting so long. But vitamin D, you guys, vitamin D, remember what I said, remember those levels. People that have sufficient vitamin D levels, have good vitamin D levels, are surviving over here in Asia 20 more times than people that don't. Of people that have good vitamin D levels over here in Asia, of people that have good vitamin D levels, everybody who has good vitamin D levels over here in Asia, everybody who's getting the coronavirus, if their vitamin D levels are good, less than 2%, less than 2% of them are dying. Let me put it another way. Over here in Asia, people who have good vitamin D levels, and even in Europe, they're doing some studies in Sweden also, and in Britain, people that have good vitamin D levels who are getting the coronavirus are surviving over 98% of the time. Less than 2% of people with good vitamin D levels are dying from coronavirus, COVID-19. And the best way to get your vitamin D levels up are the sunlight, go out in the sunshine, or take a vitamin D supplement. Sunshine's the best. Remember, the United States, one of the leaders of the world in the worst vitamin D levels. The United States, only 25% of the United States has good vitamin D levels. 75% of a country of over 300 million people have bad vitamin D levels. So the United States has bad vitamin D levels, leads the world in bad vitamin D levels, leads the world in coronavirus cases, leads the world in coronavirus deaths. Vitamin D also fights cancer, heart disease, diabetes. The United States, one of the worst countries in the world for vitamin D. The United States, the number one country for heart disease. The United States, the number one country for diabetes. The United States, the number one country for cancer. The United States, the number one country for obesity. Vitamin D, you get it from the sunshine, which means that if you have to be an active, exercising person, the U.S., the lowest vitamin D levels, which means nobody's active and going outside. Oh, the U.S., the number one for obesity, which means people are fat. Oh, what a coincidence. What does obesity lead to? Heart disease, diabetes. The U.S., number one for obesity. Oh, also the number one for heart disease. Oh, also the number one for diabetes. Oh, the lowest in vitamin D. Oh, wow. This all makes sense now. Sorry about the logical connection. I'm a logical person, you guys. I'm a nerd and a dork. I'm Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. That's my artist name. I'm a recording artist. One name, three personalities. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. Dogg is kind of like a thug. He's a little bit gangster. He's like sexually explicit, but he doesn't take himself seriously, you guys. Don't take him seriously. He's a nerd. He's a dork and things like that. That is Dogg, you guys. Anti-Imperial is more of who I truly am. That's why Anti-Imperial is in the middle or the center. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. Anti-Imperial is all about upliftment, education, religious studies, world history, micro and macroeconomics, geographical studies, international political science, sociology, psychology, physiology, philosophy, and things like that. That is Anti-Imperial. And the last term of the name is the Chill. And the Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. This is Diversity Outspoken, you guys. We do this every Wednesday and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. So every Wednesday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, and every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. We call this Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of topics, and we are outspoken or straight to the point about those topics. You guys, you can follow me, you guys, on Instagram, or reach out to me, you guys, get in touch with me on Instagram, you guys, or TikTok. Here on Diversity Outspoken, we have one rule and one rule only, and that is that you guys remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole, and remain respectful of one another. We can agree, we can disagree. Just remain respectful of the environment of Diversity Outspoken as a whole, and remain respectful of one another. I wouldn't want to block anybody here, but I will if I have to. But I never have to do that with you guys because we're all a big happy family here, and I appreciate it, you guys. On Instagram and TikTok, you guys can get in touch with me at anti_imperial. It's kind of like what you see right here on the shirt. The only difference between YouTube, you guys, which is a YouTube shirt, and Instagram and TikTok is that Instagram and TikTok have an underscore between the words anti and imperial. You guys know what an underscore is. That little line that goes down here at the bottom, you guys, called an underscore. So Instagram and TikTok is at anti_imperial on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, as you see right here, it's just anti-imperial with a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, anti_imperial. YouTube, anti-imperial with a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore here. YouTube is a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. YouTube is a space in between. Instagram and TikTok, there's an underscore. YouTube is a space in between. And that's how that goes. You guys know I'm a nerd and a dork. It's all good, you guys. You guys, in order to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, this will be uploaded onto YouTube, you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, my Instagram and TikTok links are down in the description below, you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, my Instagram and TikTok links are down in the description below, you guys. Tweety Pie, how you doing, sister? We're almost out of here, but good to see you. Miss you, sister. You guys can also, if you have me on Instagram, you guys can subscribe to my YouTube by going to my Instagram or IG bio page. You guys know our Instagram or IG bio pages. You guys get that one line for a link on our Instagram or our IG bio page. That one line for a link will always be my latest video. So if you have me on Instagram, go to my Instagram or IG bio page, click that one line for a link. That video will come up, you guys. And once that video comes up, it will be a YouTube video. All you have to do is go ahead and hit subscribe button at that particular time, and I appreciate it, you guys. You'll be subscribed to my YouTube. Yeah, Tweety Pie, I'm almost out of here, since we start at 9 p.m. Eastern time zone, you guys. So I miss you, Tweety Pie. Good to see you. I'm glad you're doing good, sister. I will be DMing you later. You know I care about you. I'm glad you're doing okay. You guys, that being said, I am Dogg, Anti-Imperial, the Chill. I appreciated you guys. Remember, this was a very, very important Diversity Outspoken. If you didn't see it, you guys, go back and watch it. All right, very important. Okay, love you, Tweety Pie. You guys, with that being said, I love you guys out there. You guys take care. What's going on? What's going on? Lowy77, I see you. I see we're almost done here, but it's good to see you. It's good to see you. Lowy77, I love you, Tweety Pie. You guys take care. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, to Chill. You guys take care. Have a good day or good night, depending on where you are in the world. All right. You guys take care. Have a great day, you guys, or a great night, depending on where you are in the world. If you guys need to holler at me about anything, you guys get in touch with me. Fulfill your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you no. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. If you ever need somebody to talk to, you guys can always reach out to me, you guys. Dogg, Anti-Imperial, to Chill. I love you guys. All right. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.